everyone coming down. Thanks everyone coming down to Wilmington. Very proud of this facility. My time with the Blue Coats and the 87ers, so special state-of-the-art place. So thanks for making your way down here. Just wanted to make myself available as we officially open up the season.
What can you tell us about discussions you've had with Joel, with the coaching staff, with the medical staff? Anything about his availability this year and how you're going to proceed with the load management?
Great question. So we'll be thoughtful, strategic, aligned with Joel. It's a partnership. You know, we talk to him. We talk to each player daily to make sure we're on the same page, but he knows that I feel we're a championship caliber team. And for us to reach that goal, it has to start with Joel in the postseason being the best Joel possible. So he's aligned, he's working through it, so we're on the same page there.
But as a player, sometimes it's that hard. I mean, like when you're a elite player, you used to dominate, you're doing everything. Now all of a sudden it's like, you got to share a little bit just to...
It's hard. It's hard, especially when you're as dominant as Joel is and can be. He wants to play as competitive as he is, but I think the setback last year, you know, losing Game 7 in the finals, in the semifinals, it really hurt. And he understood that, look, I need to be the best in May and June that I can be. So I think that hiccup helped us a lot, and he understands it.
That said, he said he wanted to play more than he did last year. Do you envision that?
It's possible. It's possible that he gets out there. It's going to be a daily strategic, thoughtful representation of where Joel is. If he presents well, he feels good, we're not going to hold him back. But he knows what our goals are, and he's aligned. Like, it's a partnership.
Even with the daily strategic, I mean, are you ruling out both ends of back-to-backs?
No, they're not ruling that out. He may play some back-to-backs. Yeah.
You guys doubled down on your sort of size advantage and length this offseason with your acquisitions. You've built a roster to be bigger than everyone else. Are there things you're finding out about in camp that either validates that or maybe Trey Burke maybe sort of shows some of the cracks in that philosophy?
That was the goal, to strengthen some of our weaknesses. I was hurt when I saw some of those offensive rebounds, so we can defend our length, our athleticism, our versatility. We have versatile bigs. Al Horford can space the court. We already know what Joel can do. Ben Simmons, Mike Scott, it goes on and on. But Trey Burke's on our team. So adding Trey Burke is an advantage for us. Adding Raul Nato is an advantage for us. They might not be the longest, but they have been very impactful in training camp thus far.
Elton, you played with Al Horford. Could you just talk about him as a teammate back then and really why the things that you liked about him to bring him in here?
Al Horford's just consummate professional. First-class player, leader, selfless player. Some of the things he does may not show up on his stat sheet, but at the end of the game, the way he talks, the way he can score, the way he can defend, it's definitely going to affect the wins and losses. So just him overall as a person and a player, when I had the opportunity to get him, I just felt it would bolster our team for sure.
What are you most curious to see from the starting five, like in terms of what you're most curious how things will work out?
Defensively, first of all, and that's where we're going to hang our hat. And then how we're going to manage. Joel, we know he can dominate and will dominate. Ben, he's going to grow. He's going to take another step. On the defensive end, he's one of the best defensive players out there. Tobias wants to show I can be a closer. Josh Richardson was a number 1A, 1B option for his team. And then, Al Horford, I spoke about him and his versatility. So just how they mesh. And that's going to take time, but I'm glad we have the opportunity from day one to get them to grow together.
I know there's a lot of hype about y'all going to the championship, but as this roster is constructed, do you see that you guys can win a championship with this, or do you think you still need to add another piece, like a shooter off the bench?
We will monitor it for sure, but we have championship aspirations. I feel we have a championship caliber team for sure. A lot of things have to fall in place, as with any championship run, but I think we have the pieces. But I'm certainly going to monitor it and look at any ways I can improve the team throughout the season.
What stood out to you in camp so far, whether it be a player, whether it be a lineup, schematically?
Just seeing that we talked about the size, the strength, the athleticism, the versatility of that first five when they walk out there. It's almost intimidating seeing that squad go out there. The energy in camp, the competitive nature, seeing Jonah compete, seeing Kyle compete, seeing Howell compete, seeing Trey Burke compete, all our young guys developing. James Ennis came back with a lot of growth. Mike Scott's been in town for months, so it's a good feeling. That energy, that spirit of camp was great.
Elton, there's obviously been a bazillion questions to Ben about Ben's jump shot. Where are you right now with that, and do you need to see anything from him today or in these upcoming preseason games?
He's worked hard at it, and we support Ben. I believe in Ben. We want him to shoot. He's going to shoot. He's going to shoot the right shots. That's what's important to me. Just developing, it's a team effort. So if he's open for corner three, I expect him to let it fly. And what I've seen, I expect it to go in. I don't want to put pressure on him, but he's worked and he's built for that. He's worked his butt off all summer long.
With that last roster spot, did you consider adding like a big guy? Like, you know, you only have one guy really with at least a partial guarantee who's over 6'10". Did you think about that versus another point guard? How did that shake out?
Yeah, it was some thoughts going into it, but just adding to the versatility, adding to creation off the bench. Seeing what Trey Burke did. Actually, I was the GM in the G League. I saw him go for 40 plus. Then the next night on the back-to-back, orchestrate a perfect offensive passing game. And that said to me, things like that. Like he's a player in this league. So I really like his versatility and talent.
For a team that has aspirations to go as far as you guys want to go, does that change how you handle the regular season, the things that you structure, and whether it's for the short view or the long view? Does that change how you handle the season?
Regular season is important. My expectation is that we get better every day towards our goal of getting to the championship and winning a championship. And with that said, it hurt being on the road for Game 7 and losing. And I know what kind of home court advantage our fans can give us. So the regular season is important, but as long as we grow towards our goal, my expectations will be met.
Well, obviously Brett's not coming out and doing the medical updates anymore, so Dave is providing those. Was there anything more that went into that other than just Brett's the coach, we wanted to focus on coaching?
I want Brett to focus on coaching. Speaking of Brett, I'm thrilled that he's our leader out there on that court, and he's a great coach, so we're ecstatic and thankful for him. But that's it. Just want him to be able to focus on coaching and not wonder who's going to play, how many minutes they're going to play, or if they're available to play. Just put it together in concert along with him so that he just knows. So that's why Dave is becoming a star now.
Elton, you made some changes to your medical department this offseason. Obviously not going to get the super specifics, but why did you?
Split it up, medical and performance. I felt like Lorena Torres from the Spurs, she had a great run there with the data science and her base and her background. Scott Epsley has been in the organization for 4 years. His ability to step up, relate to the players in concert with our consultants, world class, and our doctors, and with me. I'll admit it, I'll be more a part of it. We'll be aligned with the player and the partnership for their care. So I felt for their daily care, the changes need to be made, but I'm confident in the changes we have made.
What was the biggest thing you took away from, I know you weren't in this building, but the 87ers, the season running that you applied towards your day-to-day?
Yeah, it gave me a great opportunity to, do everything. I was in Sioux Falls, I was in Oshkosh, I was Canton, I was in smaller towns. I had to worry about tickets, I had to worry about marketing, I had to worry about parking spots, all the way to making sure the younger players played. I did a draft, I did trades, so it really put me in position to see what management was about. So I'm definitely thankful for this time. In this building, I was part of constructing this building, so just the opportunity that's given me, it paid a lot of dividends for me.
Speaking of the building, can you talk about the event today and what it means for Wilmington and the Fieldhouse?
It's great. I mentioned earlier that I was part of actually helping to construct this building. So, Wilmington's a great town, great city. So just to have our team, have the Sixers, have this whole, Pennsylvania, Philly, Delaware area be able to see us in a different landscape, it means a lot to me. So when it was presented, I said, if we can do that, I'd like to have it at the Fieldhouse.
Are there things you expect to learn today, or is this more about a fan experience?
Both. We're taking it serious. We want to see some things out there from some players. You'll see it'll be competitive. It's not going to just be an all-star game, throw it up, but it's also for our fans. It's a give back for our fans, especially in this area, to see Ben Simmons, Joel, Al Horford, Josh Richardson, Tobias, and our cast up front and close.
Do you expect the starters to maybe play a little more together in camp and preseason? Because you have two new guys and you have a guy in Tobias playing a different position to help them get better acclimated.
At times, I do. Again, it'll go with their medical care and their plans, but I do. And I'm happy we get it from day one, to start on day one, and it's not at the deadline or moving parts around and making it fit. Like being able to start in the summer. A lot of the guys came in early. It meant a lot.
How are you liking how the guys that you picked up in this draft are looking? We talked a lot about Matisse this year. What about Mariel as well?
Matisse is everything I thought he would be. Defensively, he's really stand out. Offensively, he's shooting the ball great. Off the court, he's an adult. He's a great human being, great young man. Mario has been surprising to some. We knew he could shoot. I knew he could shoot. So he represents. He stood out in a lot of the pickup games early on. So, I think it's going to be a good draft for us.
Elton, what do you make of the